Hey, energy party people. It is that time again. Okay, calm down. Calm down. We do this every week. Yeah, in order to set the stage, if you will, and even if you won't, let's smudge the space and get it ready for some magic, etc. And let's go ahead and play my beautiful theme song. Here we go.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with Cody.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome to Magic Mondays. Whether you're watching live or in the future, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I'm fine. But yeah, I don't even know what to say. Let's just say, yeah, I've been doing a lot of super intense energy work, and of course there's the book, and yeah, I just feel like I'm carrying a lot at the moment. Cue tears. It's ultimately all good. Um, yeah, so um okay, so we have some people checking in. Let's go ahead and take care of that. We have the lovely Yvonne. So, Yvonne, here's your theme song. Yvonne is in the house. Check her out. Okay, seriously, check her out. She's amazing. And we've got Art and Erica. Oh, just Erica. Well, this is for both of you anyway. So I'm glad you're here, Erica, and shame on Art for not making it. Just kidding. Okay, so here's your theme song. Art and Erica, Erica and Art. Thank you for joining us, doing your part. Yeah. All right. All right. And we have somebody else. Oh, and well, and Koop is saying hi to everyone, but keep your pants on, Koop. You'll get your theme song in a second. All right. Poor Koop just has so much trouble keeping his pants on. What's up with that? Just kidding. Okay. And oh, we have a new viewer, it seems. Hello, John. So trying to think, could I like just make up a theme song for you? Well, first of all, I'm going to write it down. Make theme song for John. John R. John R. Are you here today? If you are, welcome. How about that? Well, that's your temporary stand-in theme song. But thanks for joining us. And Erica says, here's a virtual hug, friend. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, everything is fine, but the fact that I kind of have some stuff going on is, well, I'm not the only one, of course, and just look at the world. There's a lot going on. Yeah, and being an empath, um, well, it's just extra hard. Yeah, it's just how it is. Yeah, I can't really talk about the things that I've been working on, but it's been intense. It's good, but it's intense, and yeah, I won't even talk about the book right now. Um, all is well, but I'm just really going at. I was going to insult myself and say insult myself and say I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Um, but yeah, I was going to say I'm going at a snail's pace, but I'm going at my pace. And there's a part of me that just feels so much words not coming, shocker. Uh, but there's I feel a pressure, I guess. But I have to do what's right for me. And ultimately, if I do what's right for me, it's for everybody. Um, but what I believe, here I go talking about my book, but the only reason I'm writing this book is to help people feel better. Other sensitive people feel better. Um, yeah, and and I see so much suffering, and I know that there are things in my book that can help if you're the right person for it, can help you find a lot of peace even in the midst of seemingly like crazier and crazier times. And just in case you don't know, this is why the reason I'm doing this show is, and I started it, what, a few months, several months into the pandemic in that first year. But I started doing this to be of support or be a consistent force, a consistent presence during inconsistent times. Um, yeah. And even though I look sad right now and I'm dealing with stuff, um, in my mind, like I know that there's energetic stuff coming up for me, and I'll be checking in on it because I know how to. And that's what I want to show you how to do too. And um, I've said this before, but when the pandemic started and it was all like just so many unknowns, and it was like the entire world, and it's a lot for an empath. For those of us who are feelers, it was hard for everybody, but add on to that when you feel the collective, it's a lot. But doing the work that I do and what I'm constantly led to expanding on, um, yeah, the start of the pandemic, I had a different set of beliefs and understandings than a lot of people. And so it made it, I got more empowered, not disempowered by the pandemic. That first year, I know it sounds fucked up to say, but and I hear a lot of people saying it though. It's like, I know the pandemic was horrible for a lot of people, but it was actually one of the best years of my life, despite all of the everything around me, because I had this core set of beliefs. And let's just get to that. Yeah, here we go. Let's get to what I call my credo, and play along if you desire. But I highly recommend adopting this mindset or trying it on, playing with it, because it gives me a lot of peace. Here we go. The universe is in a conspiracy for our happiness. The universe always has our back. Therefore, if it's happening to us, it's happening for us. So, what is the universe bringing to our attention for our highest growth, healing, and happiness? Especially when things get crazy, or I could list a million things because I use energy work to check on just about anything, and that includes physical stuff. So whether you have cancer or you have some kind of scary, daunting diagnosis, or a person in your life is triggering you all the time, or name it, there's a way to check in on it energetically. And when you clear the energy behind anything, um, yeah, sometimes it takes care of the upset completely, and then other times it's just taking away some of the stuff, some of the extraneous stuff, so you can really get to the heart of what you need to deal with. And that's what I attempt to explain and teach in my book, and drink if you have a drink right now. Anyway, so that being said, yeah, yeah. Um, so blah 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 blah. Yeah, so what else do I want to say? Oh, well, I can mention today's sponsor. Um, Today's sponsor is a company called Can You Dig It? And it's backhoes, shovels, dump trucks, anything for your excavation needs. So when you have a big hole to excavate, the question is, can you dig it? And mention Magic Mondays for 3 extra backhoe scoops. That's right, 3 extra backhoe scoops for that hole you're digging. And I forget what show it was. Was it The Simpsons that casually mentioned that um, what is the natural enemy of holes? Piles, or something like that. Koop can help me out with that maybe. Um, yeah. So anyway, that's Can You Dig It for all your excavation needs. Magic Mondays for 3 extra free scoops. Okay, so oh, let's see. We have a comment. Oh, and by the way, if you don't see it, Coop, Yvonne says hi. Okay, so all right, so our new little segment that we started last week is what I call theme songs for the Themesongless. So if you are watching in the future and you want a personalized theme song, but you don't want to contact me to tell me that you want one, I understand. It might sound ridiculous as a grown ass person to ask for a personal theme song, but I think you'll find that you really want a theme song. But until you do that, let's do this. Um, Here you go.
If I was a theme song, I'd be yours. Glad you're here.
Your name here.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay. Oh, and it is 11:11, I see. So let's put on a pretty picture. And I don't care where you live. If it's not 11:11 where you live, it's 11:11 here. So let's look at a picture, a little badass picture of me at like 3 years old or something. Yeah, I look like I mean business. So let's make a wish. Here we go. Okay. Well, apparently I was like 2 something because that was 1968 and I was born in 66. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think I have any other pictures to show right now. Yeah, I'm feeling just a little tired. Yeah, it was kind of a long night. I had a lot of things on my mind. Yeah. Anyway, so I know I'm the only one. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get to it. Maybe today will actually be a short one, as I always threaten or promise or whatever. But let's go ahead and bring Coop on. So, one moment. One moment. Here we go. Ooh, ooh, we're catching up with Coop. We're catching up with Coop. Yeah. Hey, Coop.
Hey, I should say that for everybody that doesn't have a theme song, it's one of my highlights of my week when I hear my theme song. I mean,
Aw.
it's hard to not smile when someone makes a theme song and plays it for you. Like, I could feel like like Conan O'Brien or even like Andy. I'm your Andy Richter.
Yeah, you're my Andy Richter. So, and in that case, that would make me Conan. But yeah, well, I can live with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not bad.
Who would you say is your favorite all-time late night talk show host?
Well, in college, we watched a lot of David Letterman.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because well, he was a Sigma Chi. So,
Oh, I
yeah,
probably knew that at the time because you guys probably talked about it.
from Ball State
Right.
in Indiana.
Indiana.
So yeah, he was pretty popular in the house, and it was back when he was still really goofy. I mean, it was before he switched to. I think he was still on NBC after Johnny Carson.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when Johnny Carson retired. We were in college then, I think. So
I believe we were out. I know we were out when Johnny Carson retired because I remember my ex-boyfriend who I was still friends with, Mitch. Hey, Mitch. Hey. He was in town. He was in the Air Force, and he was in town, and he came over to our apartment. And were we in college? No, we couldn't have been. I don't know. I was still living with college students, but I was no longer in school. So
I remember watching a rerun of Cheers. There's an episode where they go to California, and somehow Mother Clavin gets on the Carson show, on the Tonight Show, and it's Johnny getting ready to retire. So her advice to him is, don't sit around all day in your house coat. Get up and get dressed. So now I remember watching that. It had to be around 88 or 89 somewhere as a rerun. So that had to be from earlier in the 80s, and he hadn't retired. So it had to be somewhere around there.
I graduated in '89 for anybody who cares from chiropractic school. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. So how are you doing this week?
Good. Yeah. No. I actually woke up today, and didn't like immediately think about when I could go back to sleep next. I felt well rested, and I got up and went to the gym, and yeah, I'm still like not where I want to be from a personal energy standpoint, as far as getting things done, moving things off my checklist. But what was the movie? Maybe that was in the 80s too. Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss. Richard Dreyfuss is his. What about Bob? That's it. That's it. But I think the analyst book was Baby Steps, right? So, and there's some logic to that. Just take some baby steps. So yeah, every day I'm doing something. I'm making some progress on a pile of crap somewhere, or I've been just getting little things done. I still working my way up to tackling the things I've been putting off and trying to avoid and whatever. So
well, good for you.
Yeah, I just feel really good. So I'm gonna see what else I can get done today. I don't feel like napping already. I feel like usually about this time of day I want to lay down. So I don't know what was good about last night's sleep, but I just laid down and I woke up like in the morning. Usually I wake up at least once or twice during the night.
Wow, you slept the whole night?
Yeah. Weird.
Wow,
right?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I
never do that.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Maybe when I was a kid. But no, it's been many decades since I was all the way through the night sleeper.
Wow, congratulations.
At least. So yeah, no, maybe all this. I mean, I've been poo-pooing for decades. People are trying to get me to go take a sleep study and all this. I was like, nah. I mean, especially, but now that I live alone, especially, I can't hear myself at night, snoring or whatever. I don't really know. I have an uncle that had really bad sleep apnea. So, but yeah, a really good night's sleep. I don't realize how, underslept I am.
Right? Underslept. Yeah, I went to sleep like slightly before 10, which is not like me. And although I woke up a few times briefly, I think I got roughly 9.5 hours, which is like a lot.
Yeah.
For me. So yay. I've
never been an 8-hour guy either. So
and then Erica says 1% better every day. Good job, Koop. Yeah,
I get that's kind of the track I'm on right now. And I'm still like, there's a point, maybe it's been a couple of years now, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't see, hope of progress. I was like, I didn't think I could, do. I still haven't actually done it, all these things I want to do, but I feel like I can, and that I will. So that's a big help. At least feel that at least have hope. It makes such a difference.
Well,
that's the real hard. That's the real hard part about depression is when you can't see things changing. And it's a big huge spiral. And, negative reinforcing feedback and all that. So, yeah.
Well, so, just reminded me. Well, okay, stop. That was my friend Potentials Pam calling me.
Potentials Pam. Yeah, they call me a lot too.
Yeah. Well, that bitch. Yeah. What was I going to tell you? It was dumb. Never mind. Well, good. I'm glad I got off track because it was not important. Shannon's here. She says, so first of all, Shannon says, hi. She's listening from her car. So Dr. Shannon is here. So, oh gosh. I need to set up these theme songs in my phone. I mean, it's just like the scrolling is making me a little crazy, but I found it. Don't worry. Here you go, Shannon. Shannon is here. Hey, Dr. Shannon. Okay. Welcome, Shannon. Okay. So
and there's in your opening, your monologue.
Yeah.
A couple of thoughts were provoked, but now I can't recall them. So.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
One of the things I was going to say is like, I've known you for a long time. Then we had some years of not communicating at all. I got divorced, and that was a whole thing. And you were living far away, and you had, you know, kids, and I don't, and that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. But yeah, but I've seen you in some rough places, and let me just be a witness to the fact that you've come a long way, and you're a lot stronger than you think. And um, yeah, I'm happy I get to know you, and I'm happy that you're finding more hope.
Yeah, me too. Really, I am.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it really sucks when you don't have any. So, yeah, no, I mean, I still like we talked last week. I still feel like I'm kind of at war with myself. There sometimes, you know, there's
Oh, you're the one.
yeah.
Not to make you not special, but yeah. And by
So
the way, Erica says I call her potential spam too.
it feels spam.
Yeah. Oh, and what I was going to tell you came back and then it went away again. Wow. Okay. Must not be meant to be. Trying to think, am I watching anything fun? No, not that I can think of. I need a new binge to have like just a background binge for when, like, I can't be doing energy work all the time. So I definitely need lots of downtime. So I'm taking, if anybody has any good shows to binge, I would love to hear about it. And I'm not kidding at all. Like, for reals. It really helps calm my soul to just have this thing to, like, okay, I can like leave whatever I'm fucking dealing with, and oopsie. I'm really trying to be a little bit better about how much I swear. Oh, who's a big
There's a
girl?
time and place.
Big girl. Yeah. Anyway, but seriously, if there's a show you like and there's a lot of episodes, even if there are just a few episodes, like I've been watching Welcome to Plathville, of this like group of 1 million kids like on a farm. Yeah. It's fascinating, and they're like very Christian, I guess. Yeah, it's really interesting because the mom, well, I'm not gonna ruin it for anybody who might watch this silly show that's on Max. Excuse me. Yeah, but I've shot my wad is what I'm getting at. Like 5 seasons of, yeah, and it's not that great. Okay, so Shannon has an idea, The Masked Singer. Okay, so I've kind of thought about it because I think Cheryl Hines, who I love, I think she's mentioned it because I listened to a podcast she does. Yeah, and so, okay, Dr. Shannon likes that. Oh, and by the way, Dr. Shannon, Dave and I, so Dave, to get his continuing education credits for the year, went to a seminar, and there was a vendor there with something called soft wave, like soft wave therapy. And I know it helps with a lot of things, including like chronic pain. It's the chiropractor who has one of these contraptions, devices, tools, toys, whatever you want to call it. And he did a demo on Dave, and Dave has kind of a chronic right low back thing going, and he gets relief from chiropractic and energy work, but there's still something there. And it's been really, really helpful for him, just that little demo. And so Dave started referring people to his office, to this doctor's office. And as a result, this guy, Dr. Jurgens, he offered Dave to come and get like a series of treatments for free. And they're like $200 a pop. Not to be confused with chiropractic. So yeah. And so Shannon, this is boring for anybody else probably, but Shannon, I went with him and we went to his office for the first time, and I didn't recognize him or anything. And I'm like, oh, where'd you go to school? And he said, Life West. I'm like, so did I. When'd you graduate? He's like, 2001. I'm like, March 2001, or was it June? I forget. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, we were in the same class. And so Danny Jurgens, remember Danny Jurgens? He was a Canadian and still is, although he lives here now. Anyway, it was just fascinating. Like, oh, wow. Okay, that's probably boring for anybody else, but he did a treatment on me too, which I didn't expect. It's just like 5 minutes. It's not a big deal. but he worked on my mid back, which has been a problem for me. Like I do things and it feels better, but it's a kind of a chronic thing. Kind of. I remember being in my 20s working for the welfare, determining eligibility. And for a few years, I had my own office with a door and no window, which was kind of great because I could close my door in my 20s, my mid 20s, and just lie on the floor and get relief from my mid back. And so he did a treatment on me, and I felt nothing. Like it just gets, it's not painful. It's just, it feels exhausted. And after the one treatment, it's been so much better. I started feeling it a little bit after like 5 days, and we're going back tomorrow, and I'm hoping he'll just throw one in for me too. Why would he not? Yeah. So I'm just throwing it out there. The name of it is soft wave therapy. And you know, I asked Dave, well, how much is this contraption? And they were having a seminar special of usually it's $89,000, but it was only 80 if you bought it through the seminar.
Okay.
Like holy guacamole! That's
So is it like sound waves, or what? How does it, light or sound, or what is it?
Unexpectedly, like it's like almost like, maybe I haven't seen an ultrasound for a million years, but it's like he has this thing he holds, and then he I think he puts some kind of conductive something on the skin, and you lay on a table, and he moves it over the area that you're working on, and he's looking for places where it really like, ooh, I feel that. And for the most part, like Dave, doing it on Dave, he's like, oh yeah, that's it. And it's like these really like pop, pop, pop. I can't do it loud enough. I mean, it's like this like boom, pop, pop. And
interesting.
And when he did it on me, it was just like, yeah, that's a little uncomfortable, but nothing striking. And I thought, this probably isn't going to do anything for me. Wrong. Yeah, so it's been really lovely. So I'm just putting that into the ethers. Soft wave therapy. If you're in San Diego, Dr. Juergens, Dan Juergens. Yeah, that's why I didn't recognize the name, Dan Juergens. Who's this Dr. Dan Juergens? Oh, I remember him as Danny Juergens. A whole different ball game. Come to find out, I didn't even realize he was one of the Canadians. Like we didn't really know each other, but I remember what he looked like. Well, except not older now. But yeah, and he told me, he's like, yeah, like, I don't know how it came up, but he said, as a Canadian, with the money exchange rate at the time, their student loans were so much less than ours, that for the Americans. And already it was hard, being an American and dealing with the amount of student loans. So yeah, he said he was just, he doesn't remember a lot of names of people from school, because he was just always having to like hustle and work. And gratefully, I'd never had to work other than school when I was in school, because thank you to my now ex-husband, Jim. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Dr. Dan Juergens. And Shannon says, oh yeah, cool. Anyway, and he didn't remember any names I threw out except for when I mentioned the Canadians. He's like, yeah. So good story, brah. And we were both tripping out on like, holy shit, it's been like 22 years since we graduated from chiropractic school. It feels like it was just yesterday. But anyway, okay, well, shockingly, it's already been a half hour. How does time pass this fast? I don't know. Okay, so are you ready for some magique?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do, well, first of all, let's just make sure I'm me. So my name is Colleen. Yes. My name is Bob. No. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a quick grounding, and then we'll check on, see if there's any stuck souls or dead people that need help moving to the light. Let's just go from our root chakra, which is at your tailbone area. Yeah, the color is red. And I'm sure there's more to it than what I say. This is not something I study specifically. I learn what I need to learn, and then the rest I learn on the fly. Okay, so I see, Erica, that you've posted some ideas for shows, and I'll get back to in a second. So thank you in advance. But I can't get distracted right now. Anyway, when I think of first chakra issues, I think of, you're either thriving or just surviving. Yeah, so let's go from our root chakra, which, as I mentioned, is red. Play along if you like. Don't close your eyes if you're driving. That's my tip from me to you. Okay, so let's focus on our root chakra area and that beautiful red light, and let's expand it out, out, out. So out through our entire energy fields and ultimately out indefinitely to the far reaches of the universe, sharing our energy with everybody. We're also sending some of that energy down into beautiful Gaia, Mother Earth, sending down some long, deep, anchoring roots to keep us grounded. We're also bringing up some of her energy, and we're at the same time, we're opening up our crown chakras and allowing in the cosmic energy to come meet up with Gaia energy and creating an interface of heaven and earth through us. Okay, so, all right, so before we move on to dead people, so Mad Men, seen it, loved it. Schitt's Creek, loved it. Not so many seasons. Indian Matchmaking. Oh, I love Indian Matchmaking too. I've already seen it. I love fantasy. So I thought you were going to say Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Time, the Sandman. Okay. So I'm not so much into the fantasy thing. And I don't watch ghost shows either, which is weird since I deal with so many spirits. But you know what? And quite frankly, since I do spirit stuff, I only find fault with other people doing it. So, okay, that's not fair. I'm like, I just handle things differently, and it's just like snooze. Okay. Yeah, I know that sounds arrogant, but whatever. Okay. But thank you for the ideas. I've considered watching Mad Men again. Okay, so back to the dead people. So I'm putting out a call for any dead people connected to, with, or influencing anybody who's watching now or in the future. This is your chance, dead people, to move to the light. So let's see if we have any takers. Okay, one moment. The Naked Man. Michael Rappaport is a chiropractor. Really? Okay, I'll write that down. Remember that movie, Jacob's Ladder, from, gosh, was that the 80s?
Yeah, wasn't that the guy? He was a kid in Red Bull, the young pitcher. Now he's old. He was married to the redheaded actress.
Tim. I've been I'm already bad with names, and I've only been worse with names lately. So, yeah, Susan Sarandon and Tim.
Yes. Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins, right? And also, I feel like
was Kiefer in that one too?
Kiefer? I don't think so.
Oh, that was Flatliners. Sorry.
Yeah, I never saw that. But oh gosh, this is pathetic that we've come this far. Okay, so there's two acting brothers. One's considered better looking than the other. One's more of like a heartthrob back in the day. Randy Quaid.
Okay.
Okay, well, the other Quaid was the more hot one, but I always had a thing for Randy. I think he's gotten weird now or something.
He's gotten crazy from what I heard, yeah.
Yeah, but I believe Randy Quaid was in Jacob's Ladder. I just remember it was fucking weird, and I believe Randy Quaid was a chiropractor. There was a chiropractor involved. That's all I remember. I should probably watch it again and get super freaked out. And I'm sure, I believe several of us, including me and Sadie, went to the Woodland Mall when we were in school to see it. And of course we were stoned or something, and it was super freaky. And I just remember some freakish, somebody climbing up a ladder or something, maybe Jacob's Ladder. I don't think it's a real ladder. I think it's Jacob's Ladder is something that I couldn't, thank God I don't have a gun to my head to explain what Jacob's Ladder is. I just remember being stoned and freaked out. Yeah, so that being said, Yeah. Okay. Well, now that we've established that, thank you, Shannon, for your recommendations, or your recommendation. It was only one. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So putting a call out to any dead people that are ready to move on to the light. No questions asked. So let's see if we have any takers. All right. So my name is Colleen. Yes. Okay. Are there any dead people connected to influencing anybody watching now or in the future? Yes. This it's safe and appropriate to send them to the light. Yep. Would Jesus be the best escort? Yep. Okay, Jesus, let's do it. Here we go. Give us a moment. Wow, seems like a lot. Okay, so Jesus, do we successfully release the dead people to the light that we're ready to move on? Thank you, Jesus. And just a reminder, if I've ever said it out loud here, I'm sure I have. No offense to anybody who is, but I am not religious. But Jesus is my number one dead person go-to guy, and I love Jesus, despite all the religion that's been formed around him. I'm sure he would hate it. Anyway, well.
Yeah, I like Jesus. It's his followers I have a problem with.
Right?
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. And once again, no offense to anybody. If you find comfort and hope and all the good stuff from religion, that's wonderful. But I think I know it's not like that for a whole lot of people. Yeah. Yeah. And if Jesus, to me, Jesus represents love, and what's all this other shit about? But okay. Yeah. So that being said, let's move on. So is there and just so you know, I am still taking submissions for some background noise binges to watch on TV. Thanks. Okay. So that being said, all right. So is there something energetic we can do for the group today? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. I am a monkey. Yes.
Ah.
Okay. So that was yes on monkey too. So that means something else is going on. So let's see if I'm testing as myself. So my name is Colleen. No. I'm testing as someone else. I am testing as someone else. Okay. I'm testing as a human on the planet. No, I'm testing as someone in non-physical form. Yeah. This is a non-physical male. Non-physical female. Yes. Non-physical female. This non-physical female comes from the light, comes from the light, comes from the light. Nope. She comes from the dark, comes from the dark, comes from the dark. Yep. Okay. She's primarily interested in me. Nope. Koop. Nope. Somebody who's checked in today. Yeah. Okay. So is this Dr. Shannon? Yeah. I took a shot, Shannon. Working with the public. Yeah, especially well, as I've often said, Dave has it kind of somehow easily programmed in his phone for like he'll be working with somebody as a chiropractor. And, you know, when you're working with people who are in pain, yeah, oftentimes when you're in chronic pain or you've got a lot going on, you're easier, I wouldn't say target, but it's easier for darkness to, what'd you say?
Susceptible.
So thank you. Susceptible to picking up dark stuff. Yeah. And especially, you know, well, we don't need to go into all this. So, so Dave has it programmed in his phone, like, check me. So he can keep working with patients, even though he's feeling off because somebody's dropped somebody off with him. Yeah, so there's somebody dark with Dr. Shannon. Yes, okay. Okay, this is a dark female. Yes, okay. So she's primarily interested in Shannon. Yes, they have a connection. Yes, they have a connection from this current lifetime. No, this is a past life connection. Yes. Okay, so the big question here, because in my world, in my game, everyone has a chance to win. and move to the light. And if they don't want to move to the light, well, we'll get to that if we have to. So, okay, so this dark female is interested in my help, and yeah, my help in returning to grace. Yes, grace meaning the light, and to get off Shannon. Okay, so there's a past life thing. Okay, do we need to know which past life this was? Nope. Okay, so there's something energetic we can do to help this dark female return to grace. Yes. Okay. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. No. In row 2, 4, 6, 8, 8. Okay. So there's an energetic cord that needs to be cut. Yes. Okay. This is a cord between Shannon and this dark female. Yes. Okay. Do we need any clarification as to where this cord is connected to Shannon or this dark chick? No. Okay. It's safe and appropriate to cut this cord for both this dark chick and Shannon. Yes. Are we ready? Okay. That's a yes. So give me a moment and let's cut that cord. All right, so have we successfully cut this energetic cord between this, who I'm playfully calling Dark Chick, and Dr. Shannon? Yes. Okay, good. So this chick comes from the light? Nope, not yet. Okay, is there something else we can do to help her return to grace? Yes. Okay. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row? Yes. In row 1? Yes. In row 3? No. Okay, so that's leading me to a negative portal. All right, so this is a dimensional spiral portal. Now, this is a seal 'em up. Yep. Okay, so this is in column A. No. Column B. Column C. Yes. Okay, this is in an odd numbered row. An even numbered row. Yes. Okay, in row 2. 4. Okay. All right. This one resonates as negative self-image programming portal. So this is a negative self-image programming portal. So that's correct. Yes. This is connected to Shannon. This is connected to this dark chick. Okay. It's safe and appropriate to seal this portal up for both of them. Yes. Okay. Are we ready? We are. Give me a moment. All right, so have we successfully sealed up this negative self-image programming portal for both Shannon and the dark chick? Coming this fall on NBC. Okay. All right. So this dark chick comes from the light, comes from the light, comes from the light. Yay. Comes from the dark, comes from the dark, comes from the dark. Nope. Okay, so we're complete with her. We are. Okay, yay. So there you go. Okay, so let's see. So my name is Colleen. Yes. Okay. Is there something energetic we can do for the group? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. No. In column B. No. In what would be column C? Yes. Okay. So counterintuitive. So counterintuitive. Okay. Wow. Why am I even trying to show this? And my shame of needing to revamp my master menu. Sometimes it takes me years to do it, but I think I can do it now. I just have a lot of things to think about. Why am I making a case for this? No one's arguing it with me. So, all right. So let's see what shows up for the group. This is an incarnation issue. Nope. Supported optimism infusion upgrade. Heart secret. Disabled ambition. Witnessing lineage despair. Opening a positive vortex. No, 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 no. In prison. No. Supported corpus callosum interfacing. No. We need to make some statements. No. Drawbridge. No. Stepping forward. Stepping forward. Okay, stepping forward. Yeah, this is a process that came up for somebody I was working with the other day. It's always interesting to have to, or get to. When I was working with her, I got that something was showing up on my master menu, or ultimately should be on my master menu, and had to figure it out on the spot. But one of my guides, who I love so much, who I could talk about for an entire hour, I'm sure, plus, but Daria, if you've worked with me for a long time, you probably remember Daria. Arcturian, amazing. I love her so much. And she showed up to help me with a couple processes. And this one we're just calling stepping forward. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to leave it at that, unless we need to know more. Oh, you're welcome, Shannon. Shannon says thank you in case you're just listening. Okay. I never want anybody who's just listening and not watching to think I'm saying you're welcome. Like Shannon didn't say thank you. Okay, anyway, so stepping forward. So let's ask, so it's safe and appropriate for the group, anybody watching now and in the future, to receive this energy of stepping forward? Yes. Is there anything else we need to understand consciously in order to do this? No. Okay, so it's safe and appropriate from the light to go ahead and do this now? Yes. Do I need any extra help with this? Nope. Okay, so we're ready. Okay, so if you're playing along, all you need to do is nothing. In my opinion, you can't do it wrong. If this energy is meant for you, then you'll receive it. So here we go. Yeah, it kind of feels like almost like stepping out of a persona or a costume that you've been wearing, figuratively, or walking out of old energy. It's just, yeah, that's how it appears to me. Give me a sec. Kind of a clean start, or working on a clean start from something. Okay, so did we successfully complete this stepping forward process for whoever needed it, watching now and in the future? Yes. Okay, good. All right, is there something else to do for the group today? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row? No. In row 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Well, the ever popular atrophied emotion or frozen emotion, which, as I probably say every time, this is one of my favorite things to show up, whether I'm working on myself or anybody else, because it's made such a big difference. What's that?
Past couple of weeks we've seen
it. Yeah. Yeah, and just super quick for anybody who's never heard me say this, when this first showed up for me, it happened because I was listening to a podcast and somebody was interviewing Neil Brennan, who is a great comedian. 3 mics on, I believe it's on, is it Netflix or HBO? But he does a really amazing stand-up special, 3 mics, and he has 3 microphones set up, and each one is for, did you ever watch it, Koop?
No, I never heard of it.
Yeah, he talks about, I need to watch it again, I think. Like, one is like straight stand-up, and then one mic, it's like, he has a pretty tragic past. He's, as he mentioned in the podcast, yeah, he has a lot of issues as a result of being that, I believe he's the youngest of 10 children. Is it 10? Raised by a violent alcoholic father. And he mentioned in the podcast that he had trouble like identifying emotions. Like, he doesn't always know how he's feeling. And I don't know if he used the word atrophy or if that just popped in my head, but I wrote it down like, is that a thing? Because I was like doing housework or something. I was puttering around just listening to a podcast. And then when I checked it out for myself, blah, 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 when I got to it, for me, what showed up first and foremost was atrophied energy of joy. Yeah, I don't want to cry, so I'm not going to say the whole thing. But ever since de-atrophying or bringing it back to usability for me, among other things, I can sit when as I feel better and better in my life, it hasn't been comfortable because what used to be my comfortable place was, I don't want to be too dramatic, but some form of depression, a lot of dread, ever since I was a kid. And I was not raised by a violent alcohol. My parents don't even drink. So no abuse, nothing like that, but just lots and lots of dread and fear. And yeah. And so ever since I brought my joy back to life, I can sit more comfortably as I acclimate to feeling better. Yeah. And what's always been striking to me is, and palpable to me, is when people compliment me, I can take it now. I can actually accept it and sit with it comfortably, or more comfortably. And before, it used to be like, as I always say, like I'd be walking a happy client who I'd been working with in person back in the day, way back in the day, walking them through our old place, walking to the front door, and they're telling me how much lighter they feel and how much better, and oh my God, what I do is amazing, and just piling on the compliments and satisfaction from the session. And all I could do was just say thank you and get them the fuck out, because I just couldn't take it. It's like everything I'd want to hear. Whew, I'm super emotional today. Whew, okay. Anyway, and I drag you through all of that because, yeah, I don't know how this will hit you or if you'll even notice it, but there's a lot of magic in this, and I want as much of it for you as you can take. Okay, so this is an atrophied positive emotion. Yeah. This is in column A. No. Column B. No. Column C. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1. Yes. In row 3. And our winner is, okay, atrophied energy of certainty. So that being said, is this atrophied energy of certainty for anybody watching now or in the future ready and willing, and it's safe and appropriate to bring it, de-atrophy it and bring it back to life? Yes. We're going to use a bypass circuitry. Yes. Okay. And I do talk about this also in the book, Drink. And so I will supply the proper charts to do this, as well as information on using a pendulum, etc. Yeah, for anybody who wants to try that. Bypass circuitries are handled by Gaia, Mother Earth, and they are pattern disruptors. And we're going to figure out which one resonates as the pattern disruptor Gaia is going to work with this time. And I don't usually say this out loud. I don't know if I've ever said it out loud here or not, but I get visuals for anything that I do. And the visual I get, even though I'm not the one doing anything, it's Gaia doing it, but the visual I get for it, or that helps me, is I picture beautiful Mother Earth energy coming up through my feet, through my entire body, and cycling through back down to Mother Earth. So she's cycling her energy through me or whoever I'm working with, and disrupting the pattern, however that happens. Yeah, and I think of it as happening really fast. And then I start thinking about, like, yeah, isn't the Earth is spinning? Like, I don't understand that. Like, right, Koop? Like, you probably know more about this shit, right? Like the Earth is spinning on its axis, and it's like,
yeah, the Earth is spinning on its axis, and then it's going around the sun, and then the sun's also moving like around the center of the galaxy, and the galaxy's moving too. So yeah, everything's moving all the time, pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, that just trips me out. You know, it's funny recently. I have like some block about, like, for an eclipse, like what is in the way of what to, like, and he tries to explain it. He uses a flashlight and like a piece of paper or whatever, and it's just like, might as well stop talking. Anyway, so back to the bypass circuitry and this atrophied energy of certainty for whoever needs it watching now or in the future. So this bypass circuitry is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row? No. In row 2, 4, 4. Emotional autonomy. Okay, so Gaia, are you ready to facilitate the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this atrophied energy of certainty for anybody watching now and in the future? Yes. Okay. This is safe and appropriate from the light. Yep. Are we ready? We are. Okay, just relax. And if this is for you, congratulations. Okay. So, Gaia, have you successfully facilitated the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this atrophied energy of certainty for anybody watching now and in the future? Yep. Thanks, Gaia. You're awesome. Oh, and look who's here. It's Blanca. That means theme song. And let me turn on my little speaker here. Okay. Here we go. Blanca. Oh, Blanca. Thank you for showing up today.
Yay!
All right, Blanca. Okay, thanks for showing up, Blanca. Yeah, so, well, we're pretty close to noon, but let's just see if there's anything else to do for the group today, magic-wise. Dance. I don't know if this is let's just take it as a command. So as soon as this is over, Blanca says to dance. And you can sing her song too. Sometimes I sing it around the house. You know, I sing all the theme song hits around the house. Anyway, so let's see if there's one more thing to do for the group today. Is there anything else? Yep. Okay, this is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. No. Column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. No. In row 2. 2. Okay. Traumatized energy fields. Okay. Let me find it. Okay. So this is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1, 3, 5. Okay. All right. So the energy field that's showing up that's traumatized is listed as love/romantic love. Okay. And for those of you not watching, I'm putting on screen Blanca's little emoji of a dancing woman. Okay, so, so I think it's yet another command from the lovely Blanca to everybody dance today. Okay, so we're looking at love/romantic love, and it's showing up as a traumatized energy field. Okay, so for whoever needs that, our souls are the only souls that inhabit this traumatized energy field. Yes. Okay. So there's something energetic to clean up on aisle love/romantic love energy field. Yes. Okay. This is on my master menu. Yes. All right. This is in column A. Yeah. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1. No. 3, 5, 7. Okay. 7 is vows. So there's a vow to clear, or an agreement, or an oath, or a promise, however you want to look at it. This is a personal vow for whoever needs it. Yep. This is in column A. Nope. B. C. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yeah. In row 1. No. 3, 5, 7. Okay. The elusive vow of refusal to. Okay. Do we need to know refusal to what? Nope. We just need the vow released. Vow of refusal to. Yeah. Okay. This is safe and appropriate, and we're ready for whoever needs it. Yep. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. So have we successfully cleared this vow of refusal to for whoever needs it, watching now and in the future? Yep. Awesome. All right. So is there something else we need to clean up regarding this traumatized love/romantic love energy field? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. No. In column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1. 3. Yes. 5. Okay. So shared chakras. Oh, bye, Koop. What happened to Koop? Okay. Wow. It's so weird not seeing Koop on the screen. Okay. Well, now that that's been established, all right. So is there anything else to do for this traumatized energy field? Yes. Oh yeah. So this is a sorry, I got thrown off my my axis. Shared chakras. Wow. Okay. So this is a shared first chakra. Yeah, well, it seems to be our guest star today, first chakra. So, and just a reminder, when it shows up or resonates as a shared chakra, to me, that represents entangled energy with somebody else. And it's not romantic, it's not good, it's in a sound, it's blech. So you don't want that because ain't nobody got time for it. Anyway, so for whoever needs it, this is a shared first chakra. Oh, we already got that. Okay. Wow, Coop left and it like threw me off. How dare you, Coop? I might have to not pay him as much when we get our check from Can You Dig It, backhoes, etc. When you have a big hole to excavate, the question is, can you dig it? And remember, mention Magic Mondays for three free extra backhoe scoops. That's right. Dig that hole even faster with a mention of Magic Mondays. Okay, so we have a shared first chakra. And just a reminder, when this shows up, I have stories about this. Yeah, it's at the very least, it's in my world, it's like you're having to work through not only your energy, but somebody else's, and really hard to know what energy is actually yours. So that being said, it's safe and appropriate and from the light to go ahead and separate these first chakra energies for whoever needs it watching now and in the future. Yes. Okay. Safe and appropriate from the light. Okay. Give me a moment. And this is a really great skill to learn. Yeah, especially if you're an empath, because we pick up we pick up a lot of other stuff that's not ours. Yeah, and we feel a lot. Okay, support your local empath. Yeah, I was talking to Coop about we should have a T-shirt that says "Support your local empath" because somebody has to help when all the shit goes down, or something like that. It was worded better, but better. It was worded better before when I said it. Okay, so that being said, so have we successfully separated first chakras? Yes. Is there anything else to do for the group watching now or in the future? No. So are we complete? We are. Okay. Well, thank you so much for showing up today or watching in the future. I appreciate you. I love you. And if I can be of any service to you, please never hesitate to contact me at energyhealingwithcolleen.com. Or if you happen to be a client, former client, you probably have my phone number. You're welcome to use that too. Yeah. And so let's go ahead and as I'm saying goodbye, let's send me out with my beautiful theme song, care of Artica Productions, aka Art and Erica. Anyway, I hope to see you next week. Bye.
You are magic, magic. We are magic.